your Trinity College Bantams. At guard 5'5", sophomore from Chicago, number 7, Olivia Vick. And 4'6", sophomore from Maiden, Massachusetts, number 14, Maddie Foreman. At guard 5'5", senior from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, number 13, Hannah Marzo. At guard 5'10", sophomore from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, number 23, Avery Marzo.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ogrodnik Court here from Hartford, Connecticut, where the Ithaca College Bombers test their final out-of-conference matchup of the season against the Trinity College Bantams. We have a fun one here out in Connecticut, a little far from the typical venue in central New York for the Liberty League's best right now, but they'll try and continue what has been some good play with recent wins against Liberty League opponents. We'll begin here at the point between Annabella Iorio and Maddie Foreman. It'll be tipped out of bounds on the near side. It's great to have you with us here on Bombers Sports. Devin Jarvis on your coverage here from Ray Oosting Gymnasium. Bombers will pick up the possession at midcourt. It's Arida Icabal-Seta to pass to the logo of the Bantam on the center court to Emma-Waite. Emma-Waite now on the right wing gets a feed from Anya Watkins. She picks up her dribble, moves to her right, now switches to her left. A bounce pass to the top of the key for Icabal-Seta, screened by Iorio. Dives down the left alley. A handoff left elbow now for Iorio. Back up top as Waite calls a play and taps her head with the left hand. But an off-ball foul is called, and a violation against Ithaca that will bring things right to left now for the Trinity Bantams. We're 9:38 here left in the first quarter, and a mid-court steal by Emma-Waite. She pushes down the backboard, can't get the shot to fall. Her own rebound underneath, looking for Maddie Gill. It'll bounce off her foot and once again under the basket of Trinity for the Bantams to take over possession. The Bombers wearing their road navy blue uniforms with white numerals and gray trim. Trinity wearing their white uniforms with blue numerals and blue trim. Top of the key now, it's Olivia Vick. She'll get it back here for Lucy Dorian, or rather, Melissa Whitmore fighting against Iorio on the right block. She can't get it. Now for her teammate Avery Marzo. Another shot from the doorstep on the left side, unable to fall. Emma-Waite now from the right wing. Scoreless through 1 minute here as the Bombers push from left to right. It's Icabal-Seta. Just left of the deep slot here on the Bombers' side. Maddie Gill gets the past high post, uses her side to try and work a shot up, not able to get it. A rebound there by Watkins, kicks outside for Waite, back iron, back out to the left corner, and a rebound by Olivia Vick. The Bombers and Trinity squared off for Trinity's first matchup of the season a year ago. It was Ithaca's second, and at the time, Trinity was ranked a top team in the entire country as a shot is floated by Vick. She's not able to get it on the 15-footer, and now it comes back to the Bombers. Still scoreless here between the Bombers and Bantams. Anya Watkins top of the key. Right wing, it's Emma-Waite. Takes two dribbles, now passes to the left wing for Icabal-Seta. Waite gets it right wing, thinks about a shot, drives underneath, creates contact and draws the foul and the bucket. The hoop and the harm as Waite will draw first blood of anybody here from Ray Oosting Gymnasium, and will head to the line to extend the damage if she can. Emma-Waite will take two dribbles with her right hand, spin it, and launch. Cash. A 3-0 lead for the Bombers now, just 2 minutes in. Not very high scoring to start. Hannah Marzo gets a handoff here for Avery Marzo, her sister. Now top of the key, Maddie Foreman. The forward passes outside for Melissa Whitmore. An off-ball foul. It'll stay Trinity's way. And this one being called against Anya Watkins. Anya Watkins and Annabella Iorio on the floor. Watkins did not love the call. She pointed to herself, looked to the bench and said, "Me?" She'll be the first one to pick up a foul of anybody on the floor today for either side. And ball is resumed from the left doorstep as Hannah Marzo checks to the outside for Whitmore. Whitmore passes underneath. Foreman just by the basket. A travel called. Good defense by the Bombers made it a little bit difficult. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter. And the somewhat empty gymnasium, as you can expect from the distance we are from the start of break and the end of break for students to be here on Trinity's campus. Iorio with a doorstep shot off the glass and in. 5-0 now for Ithaca, as the two responsible right now for Ithaca's points are Waite and Iorio. Kick to the left wing. Marzo, three-pointer off the front iron, picked up by Annabella Iorio. A fast pass here at Ichabal-Seta. She'll trot over the Bantam at center court. Kick to right corner for Maddie Gill. An overhead pass up to the top of the key for Iorio. Now another overhead pass underneath for Watkins. Back out to the corner, Ichabal-Seta. Now wing for Maddie Gill. The shot won't fall. A good rebound by Emma Waite deep on the left wing. 20 on the 30. Waite crosses over. A bounce pass to the free throw line for Waite. Give and go back to Waite. She works against the glass and draws another foul. The ball won't fall. And now a chance for Emma Waite to return to the line and make it a 7-point game in favor of the Bombers over Trinity's 0. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play between the Bombers and Bantams. Another two-dribble routine for Emma Waite. She spins the ball and connects on the first charity stripe shot. Next one here for Emma Waite. The two in the backcourt for the Bombers are Gill and Ichabal-Seta. Waite launches the shot. It'll bounce on the front iron, back iron, and rim out. So rebound there underneath the basket by Whitmore. Marzo, Avery Marzo that is, passes to the left wing for Whitmore. Now back under for Maddie Foreman. A handoff here for Olivia Vick, right elbow. Under for Foreman. She's 5 feet away from the basket. Lifts a shot over tough defense by Annabella Iorio. That won't go. Rebound by Watkins. Watkins averaging 10 rebounds a game, has been excellent so far this year on the boards for the Bombers. Much improved from what she did last year. Top of the key for Waite. She's been the star so far for Ithaca drawing those fouls. Left wing now Iorio. She'll push inside to the left elbow. Now plant her feet at the foul stripe. A deep launch as she gets the ball. Emma Waite from three. Can't ask for much more from a smaller player than Emma Waite. 4'11", and she launches deep from the right wing and connects. It's a 9-0 ball game in favor of the Ithaca Bombers as the first timeout is called by head coach Maria Williamson. This is her first year after 3 years as the head coach of University of Chicago. So some premier programs she's transferring between. But now she'll have to look to take over this perennially ranked team in Trinity. They were ranked last year when Ithaca was able to have a fight against them at home, but it ended up in Trinity's favor when things are all said and done. You also look at the history between Ithaca in general and just, I mean, you could say the town of Ithaca. The new Cornell women's basketball coach is actually last year's coach for Trinity. As underneath the basket, it's Slofkis. She is able to connect for the first shot of the night for Trinity, a doorstep just right underneath the basket. Ichabal-Seta tugs at her left here and moves to the left wing, calling a play. Emma Waite gets it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. She holds it, chest-high pass, top of the key. Ichabal-Seta, she quick fires a three and cashes it. No hesitation on the release. 12-2. Bombers on top. 5:37 to play here in the first quarter. Left wing here, it's Avery Marzo. She takes 2 steps in, now kicks back out to Whitmore. Top of the key now for Slofkis, the only one with points so far. Whitmore back on top. Left wing now, Twardowski. Twardowski kicks right corner. A launch from Marzo. This one falls. Response from range for the Bantams. Ithaca has not altered their starting 5 at the moment, the same for all 5 minutes so far. Ball gets loose at the free throw line. A good pass outside by Yorio. Gill launches a 3-front iron. Yorio able to get it to the foul stripe. Now right wing, Ithaca Balsetta. She pats the top of her head to call a play in, points right in front of her, calling for a screen. A handoff as Waite moves to her right. Now a kick out to the corner. Yorio launches for 3, and it's good. The Bombers can't miss from downtown. A 15-5 lead for them with 4:30 to play in the fourth. Quick response by Whitmore. She tries maybe a heat check in response to what the Bombers have been doing. It can't fall. Now the Bombers back in transition. Right wing, Ithaca Balsetta. She launches left wing. It's Yorio. Again, 3, good. What a start for the Bombers as they crash the court for Annabella Yorio. The 6-foot-tall senior post player is launching from deep. She's had the open looks and cashed in on them. The Bombers with an electric start to begin this game. Never have they gotten to 18 points faster than this game during this season. What a start for Ithaca in this game. But as you look at the start for Ithaca on this season so far, it hasn't quite been glamorous. We know what they've been able to do in the past. Over the past 3 seasons, they've had 6 wins once. That came 6 losses, once. That came last year. They went 24-5 the year before that, and 25-3 the season before that. 2 of those seasons making the national championship. So if you notice, 3 losses, 5 losses, 6 losses each of the last 3 seasons. Right now, they're 3-5. They're in danger of matching their loss total with just 1 more loss that they did of any of the last 3 seasons. They've surpassed that of 2022, matched that of 2023, and are 1 less of 2024. It's not quite been the out-of-conference success that Ithaca's been hoping for. They started the season off with Cortland and St. John Fisher in a loss, played a ranked New Paltz team that was 0-2 at the time. Not a great start for them. They were able to pick up win there, won 2 conference games, and then just lost 2 on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day against Tufts and Middlebury at the Springfield College tournament. Underneath the basket, it's Lofkis working once again from that same spot she scored before. She'll cash in on the 2 for a 7-18 deficit now for the Bantams. 4 minutes and counting here on the first quarter timer. A launch from the top of the key. It's a shot there by Anya Watkins. She can't get it as she was 2 feet inside of the perimeter. Now it's Lucy Palmer. A handoff to Whitmore. A 3 launch good. She's hit both from downtown in her last 2. 18-10. The Bombers still remain on top. 3:30 to play here in the first quarter. A soft pass here to left elbow for Annabella Yorio. She fakes lefts, moves to her right, now crosses back over. Muscling her way against the basket. Off the high backboard and in. With how little steps she takes, she got to the backboard so quick, made it difficult for her defender. Top of the key, Whitmore. She'll kick outside for Twardarski. She moves to the free throw line, now passes outside. Marzo, 3, good. It's a battle of deep range shot between both sides. 20-13, Bombers still remain the leader. 2 feet inside the perimeter, it's Anya Watkins. She fakes the shot, now charges left alley. Kicks left corner for Libby Maka, and Watkins falls down underneath the basket, but it was Libby Maka who just took a step before she picked up her dribble. That'll be a travel called with 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. The Bombers still on top. Now going back to the point I mentioned earlier, Emily Garner is the new first-year head coach for the Cornell Big Red. When she was actually the coach at Trinity College from 2016 to 2024, she made the D1 jump. And for Cornell right now, it's not been the most, again, glamorous of starts, but still not bad. They had a rough season last year as Twardarski is able to cash in on a 2-bucket 15-footer from the left high post. It's a 5-point lead now for the Bombers. Garner's led the team to a 4-9 record overall, which is pretty solid considering the history of Ithaca. Libby Maka underneath the basket loses her dribble. Now fast in transition here is Dorian. She's being guarded closely by Tori Drevna. Now underneath, that was Lucy Palmer. She gets tripped up by Libby Maka. And Maka, with a little bit of frustration, is going to talk here with Dan Raymond. Maka's going to stay in this game as Waite gets checked out for Ichabod. And it seems Make is just a little bit frustrated. These first two chances that she's had haven't been great, as she's now checked off in exchange for Jillian Payne. So underneath the basket, inbound here for Teresa Twardowski. She passes the near side corner. Pushing underneath against the basket. Ichabod called for the foul as Lucy Dorian runs into her. And Trinity making this a much closer game than it was a moment ago. All the momentum in favor of Ithaca. We've seen 2 3-pointers come Trinity's way. And with that, a closer game. First trip to the line for any of the Bantams. It will be Lucy Dorian, 4.4 points per game on the year as she cashes in on her first. A 78% clip from the free throw stripe to make this a 20-16 game. 3 hard dribbles from the free throw line and is able to knock down the second bucket as the Bombers now only lead by 1 possession. Anya Watkins checked off. On the floor for the Bombers, it's Payne, Gill, Yorio, Drevna, and Ichabod. Ichabod is going to bring the ball up the floor. A pass to the left elbow for Drevna. Now back out to the right wing for Ichabod. An overhand pass, cross court, left wing, Gill. Gill steps up just above the free throw line, launches a shot. It's off the front of the rim and down. On the rebound was Fossbender. She lost her dribble and fell down. She'll get called for a travel, so it stays with Ithaca. Below the basket, it's inbounded. It's going to be inbounded by Jillian Payne. She's just 3 steps off the left. She slaps the ball. And seems to be a foul called against Ithaca on the inbound. Players started moving too soon before the play commenced. Violation there. Bombers lead by 3 with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Payne playing the full court press defense against Lucy Palmer. She crosses over looking to her bench for her coach Williamson to get a play call. Wraps around the perimeter, now in the left high post. Swarming defense by Payne. She has to force a shot. Won't go. Rebound by Payne. Transition Gill. Left off the glass. She floats a shot. Won't go. Gill frustrated with herself. Now a quick response here by the Bantams. Left wing. Dorian launches. 3 good. Tie game here from Odd-Rodnick Court. Just like that, a high-scoring affair between some of the best programs in all of Division III basketball. Drevna gets it on the left elbow extended. Now passes out to Ichabod. Back to Gill, top of the free throw line. She holds it, overhand pass, right wing Payne. Thinks about a 3, steps to her right, passes back to Ichabod on the right wing. 7 seconds on the play clock. Ichabod calls a play. Drives left alley, crosses over, free throw line shot. Off the front iron, backboard, and out. Rebound there by the Bantams as there's under a minute to go. Foreman was the one who was able to get the board. She averages 8 of those per game. Slowing down now. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds on the game clock. It's Lucy Palmer traveling to her left. Drevna on the defense. She picks up her dribble, goes top of the key for Twardowski. A 25-foot three-pointer. This one won't fall. Rebound by the Bantams, but it's stolen there by Ichabod. Leads the Ithaca Bombers in pickpockets. 20 seconds to play. Shot clock dark. Her back heels on the Bantam logo at center court. 15 seconds to play. Tapping her head with her left hand to call a play. And yo-yoing with her right. Crosses over, a handoff to Gill, top of the key. She travels the perimeter, works to her right. Trying to force a shot. Blocked there by Maddie Foreman. Contact was drawn, but no foul called. The ball went out of bounds and will stay with the Ithaca Bombers. Just 2.8 seconds on the clock to play. Maddie Gill will be exchanged for Junie Dixon here. It's a tie ball game with 20 apiece on either side. 2.8 seconds. Payne from underneath, trying to launch outside. Ricochets off the defender in front of her. And Palmer with good defense on the inbound makes it nothing for Ithaca to play with at the start. But what a start between these two teams. You know, considering the history that Ithaca has had this year against out-of-conference opponent, you wouldn't expect it to be this close. But the NESCAC has a lot of good teams, and Trinity's one of them. So we'll take a short break here after the first quarter intermission. We'll come back with 10 more minutes of play between the Trinity Bantams and the Ithaca College Bombers. 2020 your score heading into our first break. We return here to Ray Oosting Gymnasium. First possession will begin with the Trinity Bantams. Top of the key, Whitmore. She'll pass left wing. Vick fires a three and cashes it in. The first lead of the night for the Trinity Bantams, and a lot of it coming from downtown. What they've been able to do so far from distance has been quite potent. Ithaca had a little bit of that at the start, but now they've gone dry. Junie Dixon gets her first touch of the game. Fires a three. Not much arc. It will go off the front of the rim, backboard, and into the hands of Melissa Whitmore. She'll pass to her teammate and Hannah Marzo, the captain, left elbow. Now passes back outside for Whitmore. She travels inside, kicks outside here for A.V. Marzo. Takes a step too early. She'll get called for a travel there, and the Bombers back with the ball. 9:22 to play here in the second quarter between the Bombers and Bantams. It's Emma Waite. She travels up the floor, finds Anya Watkins at the free throw line. Right wing now, it's Ika Balsetta. Close defense by Hannah Marzo with her squat protecting anything that gets by her. A pass now to Annabella Iorio. She tries one from right elbow extended. Can't quite get it. A bounce pass from Hannah Marzo to Avery Marzo. Sisters down the left alley. It won't fall. So 9-2 on the season so far for the Trinity Bantams. They've been excellent. Picked up right where they left off just a season ago. Made the semifinals of the conference tournament a year ago. The year before that, even better. 25-6. Made the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. A Sweet 16 appearance. Moving to her left is Ika Balsetta. She passes out left free throw line. Extended Watkins fires the trigger and cashes it in. 23-22, Trinity on top. Hannah Marzo crashes the right wing. She'll pass up top for Whitmore. Now left wing for Hannah Marzo. Avery Marzo. Wrapping around the perimeter, scooping a shot off the backboard. Good defense by Junie Dixon. He's able to stop that one from following. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Bombers moving left to right. Pass underneath, looking for Watkins. That'll be a reach and foul against Melissa Whitmore. And an inbound here from below the basket for the Bombers. It'll be Annabella Iorio to do so. Bombers lining up on the two blocks, or on the right block and the left elbow. They split, pass outside for Junie Dixon. Overhand pass underneath, top free throw line. It's Annabella Iorio. Now outside for Waite. She's standing on the feathers of the Bantam logo. Annabella Iorio gonna fire a three from the top of the key. Left iron, it almost travels out of bounds, but saved by Hannah Whitmore. Whitmore now traveling the perimeter against Emma Waite. She might go all the way to the basket. Kicks outside, was looking for Avery Marzo. As she crossed the court, it won't fall as a tipped out pass by Junie Dixon deflects it. 23-22, it's Trinity on top with 7:50 to play here from Ray Oosting Gymnasium. Olivia Vick, top of the key, launches a three once again, and it falls. Vick doesn't get many touches other than her shots, and usually they've been cashing. Left wing now, it's Annabella Iorio, 4-point lead for the Bantams. Top of the key now, Waite. 7:30 to play in the first quarter, 17 on the shot clock. Crashing the baseline, it's Annabella Iorio. She hits the near side of the basket, can't quite get her shot to fall. Now we're moving the other way. Hannah Marzo loses her dribble just by the paint. Ball comes loose. Avery was working for it, and it looks like it'll go the other way. Avery had her back heel on the baseline while she was touching the ball, so out of bounds going Ithaca's way. So far for the Bombers, they've been lethal from three, but haven't taken many more shots. We're 4 for 7 in the first quarter as Maka has the ball up top. Crashes the right alley, scoops with her right hand, won't go. Rebound knocked out by Watkins, collected by Ika Balsetta. A left wing fire for Drevna Falls. Deep range brings it back within one for Ithaca. 26-25, Bombers on top. Here's Hannah Marzo. She hands it off to Vick here, deep right wing, steps in, fires a three, and it falls again. Olivia Vick, unstoppable from deep. She's 3 for 3 now on all of her last 3 attempts and has made this a much more difficult game for the Bombers. Maka goes back up top here for Anya Watkins. And an off-ball foul there against Tori Drevna. Yes, against Tori Drevna. She doesn't love the call, and the once momentum that Ithaca had at the start of this game seems to have vanished. Our players now encouraging each other on the sidelines. It's gone a little quieter from the left bench where Ithaca holds themselves. Pushing fast here right to left is Lucy Palmer. She'll pick it up for Vic. Vic now gets it stolen by the big man in Anya Watkins. She hands it off to Waite. Waite crashes the baseline. Pass underneath for Maka. She gets shoved but is able to find the shot. Maka was hit by Waite's continued momentum, even though Waite handed it off to her. So Bombers still within one possession, 29-27. Twardowski here, left wing. She finds her way to the top of the free throw line, kicks outside Lucy Palmer, but her back heel was on the out-of-bounds sideline, and that'll stay once again with Ithaca. Right now, Olivia Vick leading Trinity in points. Annabella Yorio on the other side leading for Ithaca. Yorio's 2 for 2 from deep, 4 for 7 overall. Watkins, free throw line, passes outside for Drevna. Twardowski on the defense. Twardowski was intercepting a pass there. As it goes in the backcourt, Ichabod-Seta able to settle. 5:30 here in the first quarter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hand off to Waite. She moves to her right, steps back, launches. The ball won't go. Underneath the basket. How about Maka to recover the air ball, put it back up and down. The foul comes too, and Maka with a little redemption here on her second time in the game. Maka with a chance to take the lead for the Bombers with her feet on the free throw line. She spins the ball with her left and launches. It will fall, and the Bombers once again will regain the lead after Trinity had it once before. Only 3 leads in this game, 2 for Ithaca, 1 for Trinity. Lucy Palmer working hard against Emma Waite on the full court defense, is able to find the ball through. Twardowski passes underneath here for Slavkis. She's fighting against 2 and is able to get the basket to fall. Slavkis gets her 6th of the game, 3 for 3, all from the same spot on the left block. Now Drevna. She'll pass top of the key to Maka. Now left wing, it's Ichabod-Seta. A 3 launch here, top of the key. Waite gets it to go. Emma Waite with 10 points on the night. She'll match Annabella Yorio for the top scorer in the field. Bounce pass underneath. Slavkis trying to work once again. She gets the foul called against her. Anya Watkins responsible for that one. That'll be her 2nd of the half and of the game. So Slavkis enters the free throw line for 2 shots. Great job to cause the foul. Maybe an underused player so far this game, considering how efficient she's been to begin it. Samantha Slavkis, the 6-foot junior out of Marlboro, New Jersey, averages 8 points a game. Gets in for about 18 minutes, but we've seen so far those 18 minutes are quite impactful. She'll knock down the first free throw and make it just a 1-point deficit now for the Bantams. Here's Slavkis. The second one falls. She shoots 67% from the line, will increase her clip from that spot after those 2 shots. Bounce pass left elbow, here's Libby Maka. Pivots off her right foot, now steps inside the paint, spins around, shot off the back of the rim, it goes up and falls down. A 2-point lead once again for the Bombers, 4:19 to play. Deep defense by Maka. It's now Twardowski on the left wing, guarded by Ichabod-Seta. Top of the key now Slavkis. She kicks outside here for Palmer. Palmer moving to her left, goes for the corner. It's Fossbender. Fossbender drives baseline, tries a baseline floater, can't quite get it. Under the basket, a jump ball on the rebound there between McNamara and Slavkis. Possession arrow goes Bombers' way and will give them possession with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Decent amount of Ithaca fans making the travel out, but quite a lot of Trinity. A launch here from the left elbow by Maka. It won't fall. Just a bit too strong. She's hard on herself on the way back. Twardowski now, left wing, guarded by Ichabod-Seta as Ichabod-Seta focuses on her right. Slavkis, right elbow, spins around, pivots, working against Yorio. Too strong on her shot. That'll be her first missed field goal of the game. Ball looking for Emma Waite. Maka passes it out, and Waite was pushed over there by Lucy Dorian. No foul called, and the ball traveled where nobody was to be. So it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lucy Dorian now to inbound. Working fast here is Twardowski. She drives, kicks, right corner. Fossbender three, no good. Side iron off the backboard and into the hands of Annabella Iorio. 3:20 to play now. Bombers work left to right. Jill Payne, deep launch three from the left wing. Front iron back into the hands of Fossbender. She'll try again. Now Lucy Palmer. She slows things down with 3 minutes to play, 20 on the shot clock. A handoff at the right wing. Now to the top of the key. Here is Fossbender. Overhand pass. Now give and go back to Fossbender. Off the glass. It'll tap the rim 3 times and fall in. A tie game once again. Bantams and Bombers squared up at 35. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Jill Payne now finds Libby Maka at the top of the key. A floater underneath for McNamara. Now back out for Payne. She launches the three again. Far too strong, an air ball. Samantha Slofkis is able to rebound from the right block. Now back here, Palmer working in transition. She muscles her way against Ika Balsetta. The shot will be too strong as she tries for it. And a foul there against Lucy Dorian underneath the basket off the ball. Rebound had come to Annabella Iorio, and it was a tussle there between Ika Balsetta and Dorian. That will cause some subs here for Trinity. It'll be Vic, Marzo, Slofkis, Fossbender, and Whitmore for Trinity, while Ithaca has Ika Balsetta, Maka, McNamara, Iorio, and Payne. Left free throw line extended. It's Libby Maka. She skips a pass to the right wing for Ika Balsetta. Now top of the key, overhand chuck for Jill Payne. Feeds to left wing here for Annabella Iorio. Moving to her right as she steps inside. Looks like an off-the-ball foul against the Bombers. Grace McNamara called for it, and it'll go the other way. Only 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter with the ball game square at 35 apiece. Trinity struggling from the field over these past couple. Had that quick surge spearheaded by Olivia Vick's 3 3-pointers. She'll have it here on the left wing. She steps inside the paint, working, and an off the ball foul against Grace McNamara. On the ball, but no shot called. Vick was just too late for it. McNamara picking up a couple fouls in these past couple possessions. That'll be her second here as she gets checked off in exchange for Payne. So it's Waite, Junie Dixon, Iorio, Ika Balsetta, and Maka on the floor. The same 5 for Trinity. Vick passes it out to Whitmore. Now back to Vick. She crosses over, steps inside, left elbow, kicking outside for Marzo. Marzo working against Waite. Finds her way inside the paint. Now hands it off. Fossbender. Her shot won't fall, just a bit too short. Good defense in the post there by Annabella Iorio. Maka on the fast transition. Bumps the defender and is able to create space on the fadeaway and knock it down. Bombers back on top, 37-35. Deep right wing, now it's Hannah Marzo. She yo-yos with her right hand. Gets a screen set by Maddie Foreman. Pass out to the left wing for for Whitmore. She launches it. It'll be off the back iron, front iron, and out. Rebound by Ika Balsetta. Maka now has it on the right wing. 23 to play on the shot clock. 1 minute 10 in the game clock. Waite moves to her right. Hands it off to Junie Dixon on the left wing. She crosses the dribble between her legs. Now a bounce pass, backdoor cut there by Emma Waite. Ball comes loose. She'll hold onto it, and a jump ball called for just a moment. Instead, a great play by Emma Waite before the half ends to call a timeout. 3 Bantams were surrounding her, but she stays clear of the damage. Timeout called by Ithaca by Emma Waite. Well, she was just below the basket. So a 37-35 lead for the Bombers. They're going to work here and try and find a possession in just these last 1 minute of play, but only 8 seconds on the shot clock. So now it'll be an ATO here for Mary Mazzella as she's writing it on her clipboard. Going to have to be a fast one here. The 5 for the Bombers will be Iorio Maka, Ika Balsetta, Dixon, and Waite. Dixon, a player to comment on. She faced a tough injury against New Paltz just toward the end of November in her ankle area, but she's been able to come back. It was a tough sprain. She's played a couple minutes in these past couple of games. Mika gets the inbound, 7 minutes, 7 seconds on the shot clock, working to her left, spins around, launches the shot, front iron, no good. Rebound by Hannah Marzo. Now 50 seconds on the game clock, the two separated by 25. Marzo calls a play, goes left wing for Whitmore. Now it's Vick. Vick gets a screen from Whitmore, steps inside the three-point line, back iron, it launches out to the free throw line for Ika Balsetta to get the rebound. Here's Waite now. She gets an outlet pass by Ika Balsetta. They'll slow things down now. It's Zoraida on the right wing. She pivots off her right foot, gets a screen from Yorio, and a foul there against Vick as she was sandwiched in between Ika Balsetta and Yorio when the screen was laid. 28 seconds on the game clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Bombers. The off-ball foul will pause the play for Ithaca. It'll be inbounded on the near side sideline. Ithaca working on the right basket. Judy Dixon able to get it out to Zoraida Ika Balsetta. 19 on the shot clock. She gets a pick from Yorio. Ika Balsetta picks up her dribble just inside the left corner. Now back to the top of the key for Emma Waite. Crosses over the dribble, steps inside. Floater off the backboard. The hoop, the harm. Foul called. And that'll bring, once again, Emma Waite to the free throw line. Her third trip of the afternoon. Bombers on top by 4, looking to make it a 5-point lead and clinch the race to 40. Bombers scored 20 points in the first quarter. So did the Bantams. Bombers looking to do it again. And she'll cash in on it. Gets the three-point play to put the Bombers up by 5. 15 seconds, shot clock dark here for Trinity. Bringing it up is Lucy Palmer. Working against Dixon. Floater pass to Whitmore, right free throw line extended. Looking for somebody overhead. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Spinning in the paint. Passing underneath. She doesn't have anybody there. Maddie Foreman lifts up a shot. And just before the buzzer gets a foul called on her. She was behind the basket with her heels inches away from the baseline, facing out toward the top of the key, and kind of hooks around reverse and gets the foul. So just like that, Maddie Foreman gets some last-second points. The buzzer sounded just after the foul was called, so maybe a fraction of a second on the timer after these two shots. Maddie Foreman, the 6'1" sophomore, is able to put the first one in. 60% from the free throw stripe so far this year, averages 10 points a game. Takes a deep breath, spins the ball, and bounces it 3 times with her right hand. The second shot will go up and out. And with 3/10 of a second on the game clock, that'll end the first half of play between the Ithaca Bombers and the Trinity Bantams. An excellent first half, high action, a little higher action than you were expecting. You go back just a year ago between these two teams, it was a much lower scoring affair, ending with a final score of 61-50. They're far past halfway. If each of those teams were to keep on the pace they are right now. So each team will head to their locker room. We'll take a 15-minute break here from Ray Oosting Gymnasium. The Bombers leading 40-36 at halftime. I've been Devin Jarvis. We'll see you in just a moment after this short halftime intermission. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Bomber Sports YouTube channel. We're in Trinity. We're at Trinity College, in Hartford, New York, for the final out-of-conference battle of the season for the Ithaca College Bombers. They've had ups and downs so far this year. Out-of-conference has been mostly down. They've had 5 matchups out of conference, 6 matchups out of conference, have gone 1 in 5 in those matchups. They currently have the lead over Trinity, 40-36, and possibly Trinity being their best out-of-conference opponent of the season. They're going to have to keep on keeping on here in the second half of play if they want to maintain this lead and finish out with the win. It's Whitmore inbounding to Marzo, Hannah Marzo that is, to begin the second half of play. Both teams switching sides, so now Trinity going to the right side. Back for Whitmore, top of the key. There'll be an off-ball foul on this screen against Maddie Foreman. A blocking foul there to bring it the other way. So the Bombers will shut down Trinity to start and look to start off the second half the same way they did the first. Went on a 15-5 run to begin that half. Here's Anya Watkins, right free throw line extended. Finds Maka, deep right wing. Now top for Anya Watkins. Hands it off to Ichabal. Set up, points at her left foot, calling for a screen. 9:30 to play on the clock. Maka now has the ball. Now back out to Anya Watkins. Cam Whitmore blocks her shot. The next one there, just a little bit too strong in the shot clock sounds, which will bring us back for Trinity to push from left to right. Hannah Marzo being picked up on the full court press there by Emma Waite. She passes the right elbow for Whitmore. A give and go underneath. How about Avery Marzo on the backdoor cut? And a find by Whitmore to open the scoring in the second half. 40-38. Bombers on top. Annabella Iorio, chest high pass to the top of the key for Libby Maka. Now to the outside as Ichabal Seta holds it at her hip. She fires a bullet underneath the basket. Iorio wasn't ready for it on the backdoor cut and will hit out of bounds and go to the side of Trinity. Looks like the refs might actually disagree who it hit off last, and it will stay with Ithaca after first being set to go Trinity's way. Both teams tapped it there. It was a bullet thrown by Ichabal Seta from the right wing onto the right block as Maka inbounds from the right side of the basket. She finds right wing for Waite. She crashes baseline. Now kicks outside. Ichabal Seta thinks about the shot, steps inside, but takes a step just before. She picks up her dribble of travel call, and that will bring things once again to the side of Trinity. Hannah Marzo to start the action and set the table. Whitmore has on the right elbow. She hands it off to Olivia Vick. 2 steps inside the right wing. Now an underneath pass here for Foreman. Backing her way against the basket against Anya Watkins. And on the rebound, Whitmore falls. A foul is called against Foreman. Maddie Foreman called for the foul. And that will be, looks like, Foreman's second of the game. Top of the key. With 8 minutes to play, it's Anya Watkins. Pivots off her left foot, is able to find Zoraya Ichabal Seta. Vick on the defense, slips the screen by Watkins. Now a pass to Waite on the left wing. Fires the 3. The moon ball falls. Touchdown, Houston. And now the Bombers with an extension of their lead up to 43 to Trinity's 38. Olivia Vick, right wing. She loves the 3 ball. Gets a pick from Foreman. Travels to her left. Ichabal Seta stays on the defense. A crash to the board by Olivia Vick. She'll lift it with a hook off her left hand. Draw the foul and nail the basket. The first field goal not from range for Olivia Vick. And it falls, was 3 for 3 from deep before that. And gets her first 2-point shot of the game. The foul line shot will fall as well. And now a 2-point game once again, 43-41, Bombers lead. Crossing midcourt is Emma Waite. She'll pass to the left elbow for Maka. Fakes the left, goes right, spins off her defender, and finds one off the backboard and rim. It goes down to bring the Bombers up to 45. Slower push by Hannah Marzo. She hands it off on the right wing. A screen by Slofkis. Now back to the right wing for Hannah Marzo. Marzo on the baseline, kicks outside Whitmore. Whitmore launches from three. Front iron, back iron, slips out. Slofkis fighting for it against Watkins. It gets tipped out for Waite to corral. Waite now pushing inside the perimeter. Steps inside. Foul called before this shot. And that'll be against Olivia Vick. She's had a couple that have picked up in these recent ones. Olivia Vick picking up her third. Now in foul trouble, she'll get called off and replaced by Teresa Twardowski. Maka from the right of the basket inbounding. Bounce passes it underneath to Watkins. And gives it back to Maka on the right corner. A kick out here, left wing, cross-court pass to Cabalceta. She'll fire from three. It'll hit the back iron, go straight back out to her. But Hannah Marzo was there to intercept it. Top of the key, she'll hand it off to Whitmore. Anya Watkins on the defense as Whitmore crashes right alley. Her hook shot too strong from the right block. And Annabella Yorio on the rebound. Yorio has her 7th of the game with that one. 45-41. Maka has it in the left corner. Bombers lead. Overhand pass underneath for Watkins. She slips the defender, picks the shot, and with her left gets it to fall. Excellent job to bait Whitmore on defense. And now the Bombers lead 47-41, their biggest lead since the start of the first quarter. A back and forth battle between these two teams. Shot won't fall by Twardowski. And now back for the Ithaca Bombers with 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. A floater to the top of the free throw line for Anya Watkins. She's pushed around, goes back for Cabalceta. Left free throw line extended, knocks it down and doesn't even move the rim. Finally, a timeout called by Trinity. Just an excellent start to both halves for the Ithaca Bombers. They outscore Trinity 9-4 to start, or 9-5 to start, and in the first quarter did a 10-5 start. So they're doing an excellent job of keeping their momentum out of these breaks. And Dan Raymond going to talk to his starters just to keep that momentum going if he can. On the other side, Maria Williamson facing a little bit of adversity here. She's only lost 2 games all season against Smith College and the United States Coastal Guard Academy. One of them by a large margin against Smith College, 74-49. They lost that game at home. That's their only loss at home. The other one was away on December the 4th. So it's been just over a month, or excuse me, just under a month until we last seen Trinity lose a game. Ithaca has been about a month since we've last seen them win a game. 5:50 to play. Trinity, after the timeout, will step in once again, loses the ball on the sideline. A handoff there between Lucy Palmer and Avery Marzo got brought up as they contacted each other's shoulders, and the ball came loose, went out of bounds on the deep right wing. It's now Emma Waite to push the ball up the floor, setting the table. Left wing now, she finds Annabella Yorio. Feeds top of the key on an overhand pass for Cabalceta. Back to the same for Yorio, now back to Cabalceta. Right wing now, Drevna. She launches a quick fire three. It won't go. Rebound by Anya Watkins. Back underneath for Annabella Yorio. Off the right side of the rim and down. A 10-point lead for the Ithaca Bombers. She draws the foul as well and will head to the free throw line to make it 11. The gym pretty much silent except for one corner of the floor, that being Ithaca's bench. 3 hard dribbles by Yorio, and she'll nail the free throw. Emma Waite with 16 points, Annabella Yorio with 13. They've both been playing out of their minds so far today. Here's a push by Dorian. She'll pass underneath. Foreman an open basket to the other side of the left block. Anya Watkins was helping the other defender. 52-43, Bombers on top. Waite crossing over her dribble. She passes outside to Drevna. Now crosses the court, left corner, Cabalceta. Back up to the top of the key for Emma Waite. Left wing now, Annabella Yorio. A zone defense here by Trinity. Annabella Yorio looking underneath. Is not able to get it to go, so a turnover caused on the other side. Twardowski hits the side of the rim. Fast in transition, now it's Annabella Iorio. She crashes the left alley, and a charge foul called against Annabella Iorio. A great sell there by Lucy Palmer, as Iorio will get checked out of this game as she picks up her third foul. She and Olivia Vick lead the tally in the foul department, and that will bring things back to Trinity to once again continue a comeback they've been beginning to start. 4:30 on the clock to play here in the third quarter. Ithaca up 52-43. A pass to the near side corner on the full court press now is Junie Dixon. She gets checked in off the bench. Hasn't had any scoring yet today. Good defense, but a push there by Lucy Palmer. Right alley is able to get the hook shot to fall over the guard, and Junie Dixon out of D1 Cal Poly, the transfer who came here last year and led the Bombers in scoring, is not quite doing that so far this season. Emma Waite crosses over to her left, looking for a pass outside. It's intercepted by Teresa Twardowski. Now Lucy Palmer pushing the pace in transition. She loses her dribble, falls to the floor. An outlet pass by Maddie Gill. It's Waite one-on-one against Twardowski. She can't get the shot to go. Second chance points by Junie Dixon, and it falls. Junie Dixon picks up her first basket of the afternoon, as Emma Waite was not able to hit her first shot. Deep launch there. Twardowski tries the three-pointer. A second chance basket there by Lucy Dorian. The foul was called, and the basket will not count. A foul against Maddie Gill. That will send Lucy Dorian to the line. And yes, the basket did count, so 54-45 the score. And now two shots coming up here for Lucy Dorian. Shoots 78 from the line. She's already hit 2 from the stripe today and knocks down her third in a row. As we mentioned before, not too many fans in attendance, but the other sports teams at least here supporting the Bantams, as the second shot will swirl down and make it now just a 7-point game. 3:30 to play here in the third quarter. Deep left wing, it's Emma Waite, as a timeout is called by Dan Raymond, as Waite goes to the corner of the bench to call the timeout so they know where they can inbound. A 30-second timeout called. And the Bombers just looking to get back into the rhythm for just a moment. Ithaca not quite what they've wanted from deep in the second half. They're 0 from 2 so far and have only made 1 of their last 5. But overall, as a team, have played extremely well, especially to start this second half. Emma Waite leading the way with 16 points, is 3 for 4 from the field and 3 for 4 from her last 4 three-point attempts. Annabella Iorio close to a double-double as well, 13 points, 9 rebounds. And now a pass to the halfway line for Emma Waite. Hands it off to Tori Drevna at the left wing. Now to the top of the key for Junie Dixon. Right wing now for Maka. Pass underneath Watkins. She's fouled on the way up. Is it on the floor or not? We'll see. A foul there against Hannah Marzo, and 2 shots coming here for Anya Watkins. An excellent play. They were able to find a pass open to Anya Watkins. She was smothered on the defense, but drew the foul. Watkins will now try for her first pair of free throw shots this afternoon. It's the front, hits the backboard, probably the side of the rim, and swirls all around before falling. That'll count. And now Anya Watkins to make it a 9-point game. 55-47 the score at the moment. Second one by Watkins. Back rim, but it'll go out. Drevna gets the rebound. Hannah Marzo knocks it loose, and it will fall out. Drevna falls on Marzo and will draw a foul because of it. Or calls a foul, excuse me. So Trinity gets the ball, and a foul there against Tori Drevna. That'll be her second of the afternoon. On the floor for the Bombers, it's Drevna, Waite, Dixon, Maka, and Watkins. Foreman, Marzo, Vick, Dorian, and Fossbender for the Bantams. Fossbender top of the key, feeds right wing now for Vick. Vick a floater pass underneath for Foreman. She doesn't like her chances, goes all the way out to the left corner here for Dorian. Travels to her left, and a reach and foul called there against Libby Maka. Maka knocks herself over in the process too, trying to draw maybe a charge. Doesn't get that call, as Maka will now pick up her second personal foul of the game, and Ika Balseta will check in for weight. 2 shots coming as the Bombers are in the bonus now. And Lucy Dorian once again from the foul stripe for her 5th shot is perfect to continue. 5 for 5 from these 15-footers. Next one here. A little hop on the shot, and it falls. 6 for 6, perfect from the free throw line for Lucy Dorian. Bombers lead by 6, 55-49. Ika Balseta will get one from Junie Dixon. The moon ball hits the front of the rim. Maka trying for the rebound, reaches over, but Dorian gets it done. Now Hannah Marzo stops her dribble at the top of the key. Passes outside, Dorian, now Vick. Vick travels to the free throw line from the left wing. Steps outside the left alley. A good shot attempt, but it won't fall. 2:30 and counting here in the third quarter. Now to the top of the key, it's Ika Balseta. Ika Balseta yo-yoing with her right hand, tugs on her left earlobe with her left to call a play. Junie Dixon holds the ball on the left wing, now goes to the top of the key for Anya Watkins. Back here to Ika Balseta. Gets a pick on the left side by Anya Watkins, travels to her left, free throw line. Back outside, looking for the pick and roll for Anya Watkins, intercepted by Hannah Marzo. Marzo passes underneath, Dorian. No foul called, contact on the basket. Dorian doesn't hit her shot. Now back outside for Marzo. It'll slow down now with Vick, as she hands it once again to Marzo here with 15 to play on the shot clock. She crosses over to her left, gets a screen from Foreman. Now back to Vick. Vick on the right wing. Defense by Drevna. Picks up her dribble and travels to her left. Left elbow, left alley. With her right hand, scoops a shot. It won't fall. Rebound by Foreman as it goes out of bounds. Anya Watkins tips it away, and that'll stay with the Trinity Bantams. A long possession here for Ithaca, as Isla Dervisevic will come on the floor to replace Tori Drevna. Vick passes to the near side, corner on the right, corner for Dorian. Dorian working her back against the basket, able to find Fossbender underneath. Her shot too strong, picked up there for Isla Dervisevic. Quick action here to start this second half for her first touch of the game. Dervisevic, left wing, working against Vick. Now goes to the top of the key for Maka. Maka fakes left, goes right. A bounce pass underneath, looking for Anya Watkins, intercepted by Marzo. Back to Vick, a pass between the two. Ball rolls around and falls in. Great touch there by Olivia Vick. She'll now find herself at 14 points. 1 minute to play now for the Ithaca Bombers, the lead of 4. Left wing was Ika Balseta. Now it's right wing on a cross-court pass to Junie Dixon. Back to the top of the key for Ika Balseta. Left wing now, Dervisevic fakes the shot. Back to the right wing. Here's Junie Dixon. Her three-pointer too strong. Picked up by Anya Watkins on the rebound, though. 19 to play on the shot clock, but a travel called there against Zoraida Ika Balseta. She was just releasing the ball off her finger pads and passing it, but that will be too little too late. 38 seconds, here to play in the third quarter. And now, likely just 2 more possessions. 25 on the shot clock, 32 on the game clock. It's Trinity. Top of the key for the first time. Marlo Sims gets checked in the center. Moving to her right is Marlo. She crashes the paint. Off the backboard, it will be too strong. 20 seconds, shot clock is dark. Junie Dixon is going to slow things down. 55-51, Bombers on top. Junie Dixon with her heels on the center of the tee. That marks the Trinity Bantam logo in the center of the court. She travels to her left, picks up her dribble, goes right wing now for Ika Balseta. Launching a three, left off the rim. Vick is able to find the rebound on the left wing. And no shot as the buzzer sounds for the end of the third period between the Bantams and the Bombers. And Ithaca will finish the third quarter with the same lead as they did at the end of the second quarter. We'll take a short break here on the Bomber Sports YouTube channel and come back for the fourth and final action between the Bombers and the Bantams. We'll see you in just a moment. We welcome you back here for the final period at Ray Oosting Gymnasium between the Bombers and the Bantams. Ithaca will start possession here in the fourth quarter. It's Maka at the top of the key. She holds it above her head. Now starts her dribble with her right. Moving to her right now, spins off the right foot. Her shot just too short and picked up by Marlo Sims, the 6'2" center. And her first time in this game. Olivia Vick now top of the key will swing things around the perimeter. It's Avery Marzo. She steps inside the paint, kicks outside. Vick launches from three and hits it. She's perfect from deep so far this game and has been excellent. The leading scorer on the floor with 17. 9:20 to play now. The Bombers just up by one, 55-54. Junie Dixon, right wing, goes top of the key. Ika Balseta now fighting for it in the left wing as Ika Balseta was looking for Isla Dervisevic. Getting in the way there was Avery Marzo. They both tussled for the ball, but it stays the Bombers' way, being inbounded from the near side sideline. Left wing extended. Hugh Nixon will start things off. Emma Waite will replace Dervisevic. And 18 seconds on the shot clock. Now it's Maka on the right wing. She traces the perimeter, now goes left wing and right wing once again for Emma Waite. Her three-point shot too strong. Ika Balseta had the assist there. So with 9 minutes to play, the Bombers are up by one and are a threat of losing their lead. Dorian and Marzo playing back and forth here. A pass to Dorian underneath. A travel called before the shot. We heard the whistle on the floor, didn't know what it was. Dorian doesn't love the call, and the Bombers get a break there. Now Dixon will inbound it here to Waite. Waite sets the table, brings it up with her right hand. Maka has it now on the right wing. Close defense by Lucy Palmer. Dixon gets the feed, top of the key, floats one to the right elbow for Waite. Waite steps inside, high off the basketboard. It will go out, tipped out there by Marlo Sims, and Trinity picks up the rebound. Stolen on a pass underneath. It was Sims being looked for by Vick. Anya Watkins gets the steal, and now it's back for Junie Dixon. Left wing now, it's Emma Waite. She skips a pass underneath the left block here for Anya Watkins. Her shot didn't have the angle. Claps her hands in frustration. With 8 minutes to go, no scoring here for the Bombers in the fourth quarter. Lucy Palmer floats a pass, right elbow here for Dorian. Dorian left wing. Vick launches from three again, and it falls. Just like that, Trinity back on top. The same way they got their lead in the second quarter was from potent threes by Vick from range. She does it again here. Olivia Vick doing the extent of harm from downtown and has 20 points on the night. The only one closer is Emma Waite with 16, but what a sequence there by Olivia Vick. She hadn't taken a three-point shot for nearly a quarter and a half. Almost felt like she forgot that she was so excellent at them, and then she returns to doing so and is 5 for 5 from deep on the night. A little bit of foul trouble for her, though. She has 3. And the Bombers talking amongst their bench. It looks like Dan Raymond's talking to everybody here, organizing the defense rather than an ATO on how they want to approach this possession. A circular zone possibly. We'll see how they can do it, but might be a lot of switching going on for the Ithaca defense. Trinity's leading right now 57-55. And will look to keep the momentum pushing. Started this half down by 4. They've scored 6 unanswered points. The momentum in the building seems to be with the Bantams. Ikabalseta will inbound just on her side of the timeline. Go to the top of the key here for Emma Waite. Now back to Ikabalseta. She travels to her right, goes for Waite on the right wing. Crosses over her dribble, finds Anya Watkins on the right wing. Now back to Emma Waite on the top of the key. Waite nearly loses her dribble. Is able to find a handoff. Now back to Waite. A 3-point launch with 8 on the shot clock. It nearly wedgies, travels between the backboard and rim, and will go the other way as it goes out of bounds. 7:22 in this final period of play, potential final period. As Lucy Palmer brings the ball up to her right. Good defense by Emma Waite. Goes top of the key here for Whitmore. Whitmore passes for Vick. Vick crosses over her dribble. Now back to Whitmore. Underneath now for Foreman. Her heels on the free throw line. Spinning around. Close underneath the basket. The foul called against Anya Watkins. The shot doesn't fall. Anya Watkins will pick up her 3rd there. We haven't seen Annabella Iorio in quite a while. We will now see her replacing Anya Watkins, each of the forwards on this Bomber team with 3 fouls. 2 shots now for Maddie Foreman at the line. Foreman with 3 points on the night, 1 for 4 from the field. Knocks down her first. That'll be her 3rd free throw. All have been good so far. Or only 2 have been good so far. 58-55, Trinity leads. A shot to make it 2 possessions. That will go. Now a 4-point lead for Trinity, one of their biggest of the night. Their tied biggest. Iorio holding it above her head, traces the perimeter, goes to the top of the key from the right wing. Jillian Payne now gets the ball. Back to Jillian Payne. She looks back at a 3. Iorio now. Great defense here by Trinity. Ikabalseta looking for a pass. Goes across the court. Stolen by Avery Marzo. Fast in transition. It's her and Vick. She'll keep it for herself off the backboard. Rebound by Vick. Off the glass and in. 61-55. Trinity on top. Bombers not able to break the zone. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Left wing, it's Payne. They have to pierce the perimeter. Can't do so yet. And Iorio loses the pass. Took her eye off of it, off her right hand and out of bounds in the near left wing. Simple mistakes doing the damage to the Bombers. They need that last electric push. They found themselves in a similar deficit in the second quarter and was able to finish that half with a lead by 4. Here's Whitmore, a backdoor cut, find to Avery Marzo. It won't go. Rebound by Foreman. Top of the key now for Whitmore. And back out to Lucy Palmer on the right wing. She'll slow things down. 14 on the shot clock. Right elbow pass here to Whitmore. She spins around, working against Maddie Gill. Floats a shot, not much arc. It'll be rebounded there by Annabella Iorio. Now it's Emma Waite, working 1 against 4. Pierces the defenders off the glass and in. Her 18th of the game, and breaks the dry spell for Ithaca. Their first points of the 4th quarter coming 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the period. Here's Whitmore, now looking for Vick. Vick working in the right side, draws the foul and will take her talents to the line once again. She can really be a danger from deep. That has you guarding her close from range, and then with that, her ability to drive to the basket makes it so you can't play so close because you can get blown by. The help from the Bombers have been causing fouls as Vick will travel to the line. The first shot off the back iron and out. A 4-point lead for Trinity at the moment with 5 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Second one from Vick rattles out. Rebound by Ithaca. Bombers looking to make it a one-possession game. Ithaca will slow things down, cross the timeline, and hold up her left thumb to indicate a play. Top of the key, now it's Waite. Finds Jillian Payne in the left wing, now goes back for Emma Waite. Top of the key now, Ithaca. Ithaca looking for a screen. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Waite will launch a three from deep. Front iron, backboard, no good. And Foreman comes down with the board. Here's Hannah Marzo. Traveling to the right wing, finds Vick. Vick in isolation against Ithaca. She won't take advantage of it and go back outside for Hannah Marzo. Here's Twardowski. Twardowski just outside the free throw line. Goes here for Vick. Vick piercing the paint. High off the backboard, no foul called. She'll fall to the ground and fast to transition. An outlet from Ithaca. It's Waite underneath the basket. Makes the shot, and Whitmore able to corral the rebound as it was just a little bit too soft. Still a 4-point lead for Trinity, up 61-57. Hannah Marzo will hand off to Twardowski. Now left wing. A float pass underneath for Foreman. She spins off her defender. An open shot, no good. Nobody there for the defense. Her second chance points fall. A mismatch between Foreman and Waite. And nobody was attempting for the rebound, assuming she was going to make it. And a timeout called in the near corner. Waite will come all the way to the bench. And Dan Raymond to call the timeout. Just under 4 minutes to play here. Bombers down by 6. We'll take a short break here on the Bomber Sports YouTube and be back once play resumes. Back here at Ray Oosting Gymnasium, Mary Burnett, the one to give direction in the huddle for the Ithaca Bombers. They're down by 6 with 4 minutes to play, as they've got quite the work cut out for them here in these final moments of the fourth quarter. A great game all around by Emma Waite. She's leading the scoring for the Bombers with 18. Annabella Iorio, the big man for the Bombers, at 4 fouls, but also 13 points. She'll have to play disciplined as she's on the floor right now. Hasn't fouled out in a game yet so far this season. Bombers will inbound from the near side corner. They're working right to left, and Waite will start the possession. She'll hand it off to Drevna on the left wing. Now back to the top of the perimeter. Waite gets it inside, skips the pass underneath for Iorio, as Slofkis will reach in and cause a foul there against Iorio. Both teams huddling inside the paint. And this is where the pressure gets high for both sides. Ithaca, not many more room for error. Here's Drevna. She'll pass outside for Waite. Waite crashing the baseline, trying to work against 2 defenders. Can't quite do it. Contact on the shot, nothing called. Trinity up 63-57, and they'll slow things down at start, working fast. Lucy Dorian on the left wing. She'll pierce the paint, go inside, float up a shot. 7-footer falls. And just like that, Trinity once again finding their way on offense, but Ithaca having no answer when Trinity's on defense. 8 points separate the two, the largest lead of the night for the Bantams. Top of the key is Waite. She feeds left wing for Ithaca, now goes back up for Drevna. Ithaca gonna skip a pass underneath. Now it finds all the way outside for Waite, top of the key. Left wing now Ithaca, and she'll step with her back foot on the baseline. That'll be out of bounds. And the Bombers to once again turn over possession. A slow push here as the clock ticks under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. an 8-point lead here for the Bantams. Top of the key, it's Twardowski. Right wing, Hannah Marzo. She's spinning against her defender and Waite. Is able to find her way into the paint. A left hook shot won't go. Anya Watkins gets the rebound. A good stop by the Bombers. Deep right wing now, it's Ika Balsetta. Trying to work against the zone. It's Waite. She crashes inside, kicks out. A bank shot on Saturday, Tori Trevna. You hit it. Didn't know it was open. And the Bombers now within 5. .220 to play, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Top of the key, it's Slavkis. Hasn't seen much action, but has been productive today. Marzo, open paint. She'll travel in once again. Her hook shot won't fall. Again, a rebound corralled by Emma Waite. She travels right to left, all the way on the left sideline. Hands it off to Annabella Iorio. She has 4 fouls, has got to be disciplined. Top of the key, now Ika Balsetta. Trevna now deep right wing. Working against Dorian, goes left wing now for Waite, thinks about the shot, steps inside, pierces the defender, and will take the shot, but it won't fall. 1:45 now on the clock. Ithaca has to be really disciplined on defense. Does not have much more room to allow baskets. Anna Marzo working to her left, and a foul on the floor by Emma Waite. Waite, despite playing 30 minutes so far this game, will pick up only her first personal foul of the game. So now Iorio will come off the floor, replaced by Libby Maka. A pass underneath the basket. Here's Palmer, all the way up top for Whitmore. She loses her dribble, make a good job on the defense. Palmer now deep left wing, 15 on the shot clock. Back for Whitmore. A pass underneath for Slavkis, and Ika Balsetta will reach in and cause a foul. That'll be her 3rd of the afternoon. And the Bombers 1 foul away from the bonus. It'll stay as an inbound for now. Slavkis coming off the floor, being replaced by Foreman. The 5 for the Bantams will be Palmer, Marzo, Whitmore, Vick, and Foreman. Foreman has it deep right wing. Back up top for Avery Marzo. Vick has it now, a mismatch against Anya Watkins. To get the pick from Foreman, hand it off to the top of the key at Avery Marzo. Marzo works to her left, trying one off the high backboard. It will fall. A dagger of a basket there for the Bantams. 7 points the lead for Trinity. Zoraida Ika Balsetta at midcourt calling plays. Here's Anya Watkins with her feet on the free throw line. Back outside. Here's a kick, a fire from Ika Balsetta. It falls. 3-point goes. And the Bombers just 4 points away from the lead. These big shots coming so late in the game for Ithaca. 48.6 seconds on the clock. And if Trinity plays this right, there's nothing that they can do to lose this game potentially. You hit your free throws, you take a long possession, it's going to be just fine for them. But how will Ithaca press on defense? They have no fouls to give. 67-63 is your score, so 2 baskets Ithaca will need. You're going to imagine Trinity's kind of gonna just slow possession here. You got 30 seconds on the shot clock. Do you use all that? Let's say you give the ball back to Ithaca with 18 seconds remaining. You hope they don't score a basket, but the biggest thing for Trinity right now is just to drain out the time. Ithaca, the exact opposite. It's okay to foul, but you're going to have to foul the right person if you're Ithaca. Inbound from the far side for Palmer. She'll look for a teammate, finds Vick deep left wing, closely guarded by Ika Balsetta. 45 on the game clock, 25 on the shot clock. Vick now top of the key, nearly gets the ball stolen. Ika Balsetta fighting for it, and the ball will go Ithaca's way. Just like that, this game is in jeopardy for the Bantams. A foul called against Olivia Vick as the ball was loose. And Annabella Iorio checks on, so it's Watkins, Iorio, Ika Balsetta, Waite, and Maka for the Bombers. Ithaca with 38.8 seconds on the clock will have to work fast. They have 30 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Gaming clock separated by 8. Yorio right wing goes top of the key for Maka. Maka holding it above her head, taking a long time here. Skips the pass underneath for Watkins. Close to the basket, trying to lift up a shot. A foul is called. That was Foreman on the defense as Anya Watkins was lifting it up between her arms. She draws the foul, but will have to hit both here from the line to stay in this game. A 4-point lead right now for the Bantams, 67-63. Both teams have 4 fouls, none more to give. Watkins now. Huge free throws. The first one will not go in. This completely changes the game now for the Bombers. They can only make it a 3-point game. Next one here for Watkins. A deep breath, 3 dribbles, and fire. It will go. And a timeout called here by Trinity. Maria Williamson is going to look for an after timeout play call here. And Coach Raymond likely going to do the same. But now with a 3-point difference instead of 2, this job becomes a lot tougher for the Bombers. We know how difficult it can be in these late situations when you need to cause fouls and hope teams that miss the free throw line. Now a team's going to go for a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. If they make the first one, it's a 4-point game. Just super tough for Ithaca, and a costly miss there by Anya Watkins at the free throw line. But the game's still yet to be over. 26.1 seconds on the clock. And if Ithaca can force a turnover, they've got a big shot to tie the game. Mary Mazzella calling plays and how she wants to organize the Bomber defense. With a timeout called, Trinity will be inbounding from their own half, just far of the left wing, as they work to the right basket on the floor. 26.1 seconds to go. Shot clock is dark. Ithaca going to have to force a turnover or foul and hope nothing happens. Inbound comes here. Palmer looking for somebody, taking her time, goes for Vic, far left wing, and an immediate foul there by Zoraida Ikabalseta. And that will send Vic to the line. Vic 1 for 3 on the day from the charity stripe so far. Maybe not the worst person to choose for these shots. Ithaca choosing, that is. Yorio will check in. You got Yorio and Watkins close to the basket. Ikabalseta and Maka otherwise. The first shot from Vic will rim out. A big miss from Olivia Vic there. A lot of pressure on this second shot. 1 timeout remaining for Ithaca. The second shot from Vic. A 3-point lead. It will fall. A 4-point lead now for Trinity, and a huge shot by Olivia Vic. Went off the front rim, the backboard, and down with not much arc. Gave you a feeling it could have been close there, but does fall. 24.6 seconds to go. Ithaca down by 4. They're going to have to find a way to get a 3-point shot here fast, cause a foul, and then hope they can do a turnover or a quick foul on defense. But no more timeouts in this game now. It's 0-0 for both sides. Ithaca calls their ATO and will look for a quick foul. On the floor for the Bantams, it's Eliza Marzo, Whitmore, Foreman, Twardowski, and it seems to be Dorian other than that. Bombers have Dixon, Ikabalseta, Waite, Payne, and Drevna, all 3-point shooters. Clearly, they've got an agenda here. Inbound coming from the left wing extended. Drevna will look for a teammate. Still holding on to it. Doesn't have one yet. They're going to have to get it out quick. Turnover. Foreman collects it, and a foul against Ithaca. Great defense by the Bantams, and it completely blocks anything Ithaca can do. 2 shots to the line will be Maddie Foreman. And Foreman, who only averages 2 steals per game, picks up one in the biggest moment right there. Still over 20 seconds to play, 23.5. But if 2 shots are made here, it becomes a very difficult task for Ithaca. Foreman's first will not fall. Off the front iron and rims out to the right. Another one here for Foreman. She was perfect on the day before that. 4 hard dribbles. The next shot will fall. A 5-point game now. Waite gonna push fast here. 20 seconds to go. Right wing, a handoff to Junie Dixon. Falls to her right. She's inside the 3-point line, has to go back outside. Waite stepping behind, back out to Junie Dixon, launches a 3. This one short and picked up by Foreman on the rebound. And that will be it. Ithaca gonna let the clock drain, or excuse me, Clarkson, rather Trinity. And just like that, an excellent game from both sides. But the Bombers fall down early in the 4th quarter and can't come back to lose the game to Trinity, 69-64. And just like that, Ithaca gonna match their loss total from last year in just 9 games this season. They played a total of 27 last year. A 3-6 start, not ideal for the Ithaca Bombers. Leading the scoring all around, it was Emma Waite with 18 for Ithaca. She was 3 for 7 from deep. Tallied on 3 rebounds and 5 assists as well. But Olivia Vick, 23 points and 4 rebounds, and perfect from downtown. 5 for 5 from deep. She really was the spark plug and the MVP of this game to allow Trinity to come back and make their moves toward the end. It was a pleasure having you on for this excellent broadcast today. A fun game between Trinity and Ithaca that falls to the Bantams. So Ithaca will now look for the next game against Union, returning to conference play. That'll be on Friday the 10th at 5:30 p.m. alongside another men's game on that day as well. But don't stop here. We have more coverage for you on Bomber Sports tomorrow, where the Ithaca Bombers will be taking on Carnegie Mellon in a 2 p.m. battle of out-of-conference play before the men's team returns to their conference play. So a fun one ahead, but don't go anywhere. Stay with us tomorrow on Bomber Sports. And before we go, a thank you to Justin Lutz for this special broadcast on Bombers Sports YouTube. Thank you all, and we will see you tomorrow at Ben Light Gymnasium.